What is going on, guys? JaeRoar coming at you with that 1-2 punch. Today's video we're going to be talking about all the Easter eggs that I found in the Man of Steel movie. Of course, if you've not seen this, then you're going to be spoiled with a lot of good things that maybe you should go check it out yourself. And before that, you should honestly check out my movie review so you can get, idea of what you're going to be going through. Overall, the movie is great, but if you want more detail, more depth, go check out my movie review. And then if you want more spoilers, check out my spoiler video right there. Go ahead and just click the annotation, it'll take you right there, or you can check out the description box. So now let's get to the Easter egg, because that's what you're here for. So let's get to it. The first two that everybody know are pretty much the Lex Luthor and the Batman Easter egg. So let's start off with the Lex Luthor. Everybody knew that Lex Luthor was not going to be in the movie, but we all knew he was going to be in an Easter egg or some kind of hint. So then we get I counted three Easter eggs for Lex Luthor. So let's count the first one. The very first one you got to see actually in a trailer. You saw Lex Corp's, logo on a building. I'm assuming that's his building. So that was the first one. The second one, a lot of people didn't catch on to. In the movie where Clark Kent is getting dropped off by a truck with an 18-wheeler, the truck says Lex Corp on it. So that's a pretty simple one that, I knew like from the first time I saw it. I was like, you know what, that is Lex Corp. The third one was when Zod and Superman are fighting, and I believe Zod tosses Superman into the gas tank, and it said also Lex Corp. So those are pretty small ones that I found for Lex Corp. Now the Batman, I found two, but you guys are gonna get upset at me because I don't think the second one you guys are gonna agree with me. But let's see if you guys agree with me, because Zack Snyder even said there actually is two Easter eggs for Batman. So I found two. I found the second one, and I was actually laughing because I've seen this movie 3 times, guys. I've seen this movie 3 times, twice in 2D, once in 3D. And today I want to go see it the third time because I wanted to get more Easter eggs for you guys. So I was like, oh my god, I can't believe that's an Easter egg. It was sitting in front of us the whole time. So let me talk about the first one that everybody knows. The first one everybody knows is, of course, when Zod and Superman are fighting up in space and you see the satellite that says Wayne Enterprise, which everybody flipped out when they saw that in the movie theater. I went to a badass movie theater where everybody was just hyped up about this movie. Everybody stood up. But the second one, are you guys ready? Okay, the second one is actually hidden in Jor-El's armor. Take a look. I'm gonna give you a couple seconds. Can you find it? What do you see in Jor-El's armor? His shield, whatever. What do you see in that? Do you see anything Batman related? Okay, if you give up, check it out, guys. I know this is a big one. Everybody's just gonna probably be ranting, oh, you're full of crap. Or there might be some of you guys are actually giving me some credit that there is a Batman logo in that shield, in that armor, whatever you want to call that. It's in there. If you don't believe me, check it out. I got the Batman Beyond one, and that was the most closest thing I can get out of that. You can see the resemblance. They're pretty much identical in a way, but I think that this was just like a nod saying, hey, we can get a world's finest, because if you think about it, it's a Superman and a Batman together. So I think the next movie, hear me out, it's gonna contain Batman in it. You never know, that's just a small, I think it was just a small hint, nod, like, hey, Batman is coming pretty soon in a Man of Steel movie. Of course, like I said, I could be wrong, but please don't insult me for like trying to give you guys some cool Easter eggs that there might be in there. Just relax, this is just a fun video, so please hold your caps locked, please. Now, let's continue to the next one, because I know you guys want to hear more. I got more for you guys. This next one is actually one of my favorites, just because it's a really cool one that I didn't catch. My buddy sent it to me, and right here, if you guys take a look, what do you see right there? Back of that from the Zod versus Superman fight. This is when Zod was just climbing up the building and Superman was just going straight at him. In the background, you see a thing that looks pretty close to Blaze. So what is Blaze? Blaze is pretty much a comic company that does comics, of course. And who do they do? Booster Gold, my friend. Yes, they do Booster Gold, and that I think was just honestly a good nod. Just, hey, you know what? Shout out to Blaze Comics for making Booster Gold. Booster Gold is one of my favorite. He's actually one of the funny characters. So that's just a small one that my buddy found. I didn't even notice it until he told me in the movie. He's like, hey, did you see that? I'm like, what? He's like, Blaze Comics. I'm like, Blaze. I'm like, who do they do? Like, just lead something international? He's like, no, just he goes Booster Gold. I was like, oh shit, that's awesome. Now this next one has the internet going crazy, and you know what? The first time I saw this, okay, we're gonna be talking about the empty pod that was in, the Fortress of Solitude, because in the beginning where you see Kal-El like wiping off the dust off the old one, you saw a dead body, but when you turn around, it gave us like a 3-second like glance, like, whoa, it's empty, and then they just switched to a different scene. When I was leaving the movie, I was thinking of that the first time I watched it. I was like, why didn't they just glance at it? Like, why? Like, why was it empty? And of course, a lot of you guys don't understand this if you didn't pre-order, I forgot something at Walmart. You got a prequel comic of the Man of Steel, and who's in that comic that I think who was in that pot? It has to be none other than Kara. Who is Kara? Supergirl, guys. You know who Supergirl is? The cousin of Superman. She was in the prequel comics of the Man of Steel. Of course, I haven't read near the end. I've only read like parts of it. And at one part, I don't know if I want to spoil it. Yeah, you know, this is a spoiler review. At one point, she's sent off in a ship that, you know, the one Superman finds, because that is Kara's ship that, you know, he finds. The Fortress of Solitude that Superman found is Kara's ship. So then how did she survive all this long? She was stuck in some kind of, I can't remember what it was. It was just like basically she was in a long deep sleep, and then when she woke up, everybody was dead. So this is a big mystery that everybody's gonna be asking, like, where was she when Clark needed her? Like, where was she? I don't know, because that's the whole, you know, purpose of being very mysterious. So this is honestly a really cool idea if they're gonna put Kara, Supergirl in the next Man of Steel. So that is the fourth one that I found in the Man of Steel. Now the last one is gonna be the confirmed one that I think is pretty much legit, and then the other ones, like I said, are just like, you know, thrown out there that there might be an Easter egg, or it's just maybe me being delusional, but who knows. Let's get to the last one. Do you guys remember that girl in the end of the Man of Steel? You know, the girl that said, you know, Superman is kind of hot, right? Did you see her name on her, like, you know, her little jacket, whatever, on her uniform? Well, it was Ferris. Oh, what? I don't understand that, JaeRoar. What does that mean? Well, if you didn't know, in the Green Lantern universe, Carol Ferris is Green Lantern's lover. You know what I mean? I'm just throwing it out there. But in the movie, her name is actually Carrie Ferris. I don't know about you, but that's pretty close. Maybe that was just a nod. Or this could be the end of Ryan Reynolds, because you never know, because they might go with a different route. And David Goyer also said that Man of Steel is going to be the first one to start this DC universe. So that means like Christian Bale's, Ryan Reynolds have zero chances. But you never know, you know, if they throw a lot of money at the actors and if they want to come back, it's up to Warner Bros. So a lot of people are like, oh, what's the big deal? It's just his lover. If you didn't know, later on, Carol becomes part of the Lanterns, not the Green Lantern. I believe it's Violet. It's part of Love. So she does become a Lantern later on, and then she ends up, you know, hating Hal Jordan for the rest of her life. Yeah, so that's also a pretty cool one. I would love to see maybe her in the Justice League. Maybe, you don't never know. Just a cool little fun fact that we might get a Star Sapphire in the next Man of Steel. Maybe, we don't know yet. Now these next ones I'm going to be talking about are just me maybe being delusional, or I'm on to something. You guys let me know. So these I'm going to go by pretty fast. I'm not going to explain them. I'm just going to let you know what I found. And if I missed something, make sure, let me know in the comment below, or send me a tweet at JaeRoar so I can put in the description box, or update an annotation of something that I did forget. So let's get to the ones I found, and you guys are going to like these because I know these are just really far-fetched, but let's see what I got. Now this one caught my eye. Not the first, the second time, but the third time I saw it today. I found it and I was amazed. I found Brainiac's symbol. Yes, Brainiac's symbol, the 3 dots, as you can tell from right there. I found it underneath the world's engine. But what is that? What do you mean, JaeRoar? That thing that Superman is right there, as you can tell from the trailer. He's gonna try his hardest to get up, but he can't because the world engine is pretty much holding him down. But when he prevails it and he goes super fast up and flies, you get to see a glimpse. Of course, I can't find it because, you know, it's not online yet, or it's not on DVD, but you get to see those 3 little connected dots right before he destroys it. So underneath the world's engine is those 3 dots. Those 3 dots are pretty much, you know how Batman has Batman's bat, and then Superman has the S. That's Brainiac's logo, the 3 dots. So what if the next one is gonna be Brainiac? There's a lot of other things that we're going to talk about, so let's get to it. Now the next one I'm going to be talking about is Aquaman. Of course, a lot of people only found 1 Easter egg of Aquaman. I think I found 3. So the first one, let's just talk about, everybody knows, is that today's word or code word is Trident. The captain said that today's word is Trident. If you don't know, that's Aquaman's weapon, so of course that's an easy one. This next one, if you didn't know, remember when the little Clark is getting pushed around by a lot of Lang's, what do you call it, boyfriend. That's also another Easter egg, kind of like a hint. I'll be talking about that after that. So when he knocks the little Clark Kent down, right? The book he's reading is Plateau, the guy who also did Atlanteans, you know what I mean? But that just could be a small one. I know I'm going on a big limb, but that could also be another hint or Easter egg. And then the last one I found, guys, if you did not know, when Superman, Clark saves those guys from the oil rig, right? A lot of people think it's Aquaman. I have to agree with them just because of this reason. And I know I'm going on a big limb with this one. Just hear me out, okay? You know how after he saves them, he falls into the water and then you see the whales. Okay, I know you guys already think, oh, well, turn off the caps lock. Wait, okay, you know how he's just floating in the water out of nowhere, right? And the whales are calling him, right? Okay, I can speak whale. The whales are saying, Aquaman, help this dude. I'm just kidding. I know a lot of you guys are like, what the fuck, JaeRoar? Nah, but honestly, I think that's actually a pretty cool, you know, hint that there could be an Aquaman reference into this movie. I think it could be him, but it could not, because, like, where did the fire? I don't think fire is pretty much kind of like an Aquaman thing. If anything, he would have just flooded it or just, like, knocked it down. But either way, you know for a fact that Aquaman would be amazing in this movie. But now to the next one. This next one we're going to be talking about that Lobo, yes, Lobo, everybody's main man, was actually referenced in this movie. How? Do you remember that asshole, right? The asshole that poured the beer on Superman? The lady that told him, you know what, stop, Lobo. The trucker's name is Lobo. That's a reference to Lobo, the main man. Of course, that's not Lobo himself, but that was just a cool little reference that, yo, Lobo, the main man, yeah, is in this movie, but not literally, technically, not, whatever. Okay, his name, the trucker's name was Lobo. If you didn't catch that, you just did now. Now to the Smallville reference. This movie had so much Smallville Easter eggs, like how there was multiple actors. I can't remember all their names, but there's pictures of them right there. Go ahead. All these people that were in the Smallville, you know, TV show. If you have not watched this TV show, I don't know what the hell's wrong with you. It's a good TV show. It did 10 years, which I think it should have lasted 5 years. But anyways, a lot of Smallville actors were in this movie. Okay, and then the beginning, let's go back to where I was just talking about. Remember when the Lotta Lang's boyfriend was pushing against little Clark, right? In the back of the shop, it said Sullivan. If you don't know who Chloe Sullivan is, she's a big part of the Smallville, you know, TV show. She was a big part. She was all there 10 seasons, I believe so. But that's just a cool nod that, hey, Smallville fans, Chloe Sullivan does exist in this universe. So that's another cool thing. Now, this next one is kind of stupid, but my friend wanted me to say it because he felt left out that I found all these Easter eggs, and he wanted one, so he just threw one. I don't know if you guys agree with this, okay? Remember the bus that, you know, Pete, another guy from Smallville, Pete was picking on little Clark, and I don't know what he called him, shit splash, with whatever, what kind of fucking insult was that? But anyways, right after the bus falls into the water, there's a guy, right? It goes to him for a glance, and then he looks over. My friend thinks that's Barry Allen's father, because he's like, oh, the dude, if anybody that should play Barry Allen was that guy. He looked pretty close to resemblance. I know it's stupid, right? Let me know if that one's stupid, because he thinks that that's Barry Allen's dad or Hal Jordan's dad or something. He was like, no, what if that's Hal Jordan? I'm like, dude, if that was Hal Jordan, and then we go to the time right now that Man of Steel, he'll be old. He's like, oh, you're right. Then it's somebody's father. But it's stupid. Let's go into the next one. Now, this next one is not an Easter egg, but I just want to clarify that that chick, Jenny, you know, the one that was with Perry White, everybody thinks that's Jenny Olsen. Zack Snyder's wife actually pretty much confirmed that that's not Jenny Olsen. There's a I'm sure if you go looked up online, or I post a picture of, that's a different actor. I can't say her name or anything, but it's not Jimmy Olsen. Jimmy Olsen is still part of this universe, which I'm happy, because you can never take Jimmy away. You can never take Jimmy. Jimmy's a big part of Superman's career and life and stories. He's always there. He's like his best friend. I think Jimmy is a better best friend than Bruce Wayne. We don't know yet, but just to clarify that. This next one, I got to think, right? The whole time that maybe Brainiac was in this movie, right, guys? Just hear me out. And he was in these ships, right? Because what if Jor-El made Brainiac? Just hear me out, right? So what if, you know, the whole time, you know, later on in the movie, you see Jor-El, a copy version of him, just like helping out Lois Lane and also Clark. But what if that was Brainiac? What if Brainiac was helping Superman? Like, what if that was him? You know what I mean? What if the whole time, all those things, it wasn't Jor-El, but it was Brainiac? I know this one, it's not an Easter egg, but I'm just throwing the theories out. This is all about Easter eggs and theories. So what do you guys thought of that could be Brainiac you know, taking control of Jor-El's memory just to help, you know, Clark Kent get through what he needs, and then later on kills him. I know it's stupid, but you know, I'm just throwing ideas out because that's what I like to do. Now for you Cyborg fans, I know you guys are gonna love this because I think I found 2 Easter eggs. I know one is pretty much confirmed, that if you guys didn't know, Dr. Hamilton, the guy in the movie, you get to see him with the captain and all that. He was actually part of Cadmus, and then later becomes Star Labs. You know, he's done multiple universe where he helped Power Girl and different things. He's actually helped his Cyborg's father out. So Dr. Hamilton is a pretty big part of Cyborg because, you know, he's part of it. He's part of Cyborg, what he becomes later on in the New 52. And also the part 2 of the Cyborg Easter egg, guys, I'm not sure. I couldn't hear it because this lady was talking on the phone at the 3rd time I was trying to figure this out. It pissed me off. So I hope you guys can clarify this. When you watch Man of Steel again, go to the part where Zod is invading Metropolis, right? And he's getting through everybody's TVs, iPods, phones, or whatever, right? But before that, so this is before it. When Clark Kent is watching a football game, I think he's watching Cyborg's Victor Stone's school. And I can't remember what school he goes to, but I think, and when I heard the announcer, I swear to God, I thought he said like 5 yards from Stone or something like that, something with Stone. So that's why I was like, oh shit, could that be Victor Stone? Somebody please go make sure and go see it again, because I'm not gonna go see it another time, because I already wasted like so much money on this Man of Steel movie that I should get my money back at some point, just because I'm helping this movement of this, you know, straight. I want a damn Justice League movie. That's why I want to go see it, because I'm supporting this movie. But you know, I wish I got my money back in some way. You know, wouldn't that be cool if I... Anyways, different subject. I'm getting off topic. So I only got a couple left. I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, Jay, you need to come down. Shut the hell up. I am jacked up on Mountain Dew, and I'm ready to go, because this last one is a pretty fucked up one, kind of in a way, because this last one's kind of sucks. So in the Walmart premiere thing, which I want to go see on Thursday, Zack Snyder said there's actually a lot of hints to the next movie in the Cryptonian language, which we don't know. I don't know Cryptonian. Do any of you guys know Cryptonian? Shit. So there's parts of like in, I guess in the Man of Steel movie where you see, you know, them doing their shit, right? You know, like you see like the guys from Zod Minions, you know, the Zod whatever, they're doing computer shit, whatever, the technology shit, and then there's language there. And also in the Fortress of Solitude, there's language everywhere of Kryptonian stuff. There's gonna be a big Easter egg in that, but we don't know Kryptonian, so how the fuck are we supposed to know? They're probably gonna wait for us to get it on DVD, and then it's gonna be like, oh, this letter means A, this next letter means B, so we gotta wait for that damn thing, which kind of sucks. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys liked all these Easter eggs. If I did miss anything, make sure to leave a comment below so I can put an annotation right there. I bet you there's a lot of them going on everywhere right now. If there's an update, I'll be coming back to these and looking at the comments and see if I found anything. So I hope you guys like this. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for more Man of Steel news and other such comic related news. I hope you guys like this, because now I'm gonna let you know that I have other news for you guys. If you go ahead and check it out right there, I have my casting, who should be the next Lex Luthor, and I also have other Injustice Gods Among Us. If you guys are new to Injustice is a very fun game. It's a DC universe where you have Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and other great such characters. Even Zod is in it. Personally, I don't like the way he looks in there, but I'm sure if you go ahead and check out my Injustice videos, you will find one video that you can relate to, and I hope you guys liked it. And anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I am JaeRoar. I just hit you with that one to punch. If I forgot anything, make sure leave a comment below or ask me on Twitter, hey, yo, you forgot one, so I can come back, put it in the description box, or put an annotation on it. And yeah, that is it, guys. Thanks for watching. See ya.